Welcome to the channel, guys. I still got Kikimora in the carport for the next night or two. Got a little bit to finish up on her, so I'm gonna get after it. After a little bit of experimentation the last couple nights, I determined that the old battery was flat. That was the start of my problems, and thankfully I still had a warranty on the old Never Start, so I went and got this new one. I've also still got to fix a shift linkage, and for some reason last night, I don't know if it's just old age or whatever, the oil pressure line going to the gauge blew apart. Even the big old gnarly oil slick that had me worried when I first managed to determine last night that the starter solenoid is out. I jump started it, managed to get it running, but I got to change the starter. Thankfully, I have a spare. Go ahead and get that in. It's going to take me a few minutes, so bear with me. Halfway through the starter install, and I found something interesting. You actually have to take the charge pipe and the intake off to get to that bolt right there to get the starter off. There's one there, and you have to go up from the bottom to get the third one, which is this bolt right here. I have absolutely no idea if this spare works, so we're going to test it real quick. Now this is absolutely the wrong way to do it, but what you're going to want to do is get you a thick piece of wire that has an eyelet in it. Take your starter, set it upright on the battery post, the negative post, hook that eyelet over the starter solenoid, and touch it to power. You got to make sure there's a good connection, of course. But this one works. The old starter out, and as you can see, it's a little worse for wear. I'm going to go ahead and test this real quick using the same method as I tested the spare. Remember, touch it on the negative battery post, hook your wire over it, and touch. Now this one, the Bendix is popping out, but it's not turning over. So this one's shot. The starter's in, the intake's all back together. Let's test her out. Everything sounds good so far. But that grinding noise brings some more questions to life. So I did a little research for a few minutes and determined that maybe the flywheel is grinding the starter. So I'm probably going to pull the motor just to be on the safe side. So subscribe for more, because you'll see that in a following video.